And at the moment, the man on the rostrum who could have that $15,000 is South African Greg Albertine, now resident in Corona, Los Angeles. Number 6, Larry Ward. Ward keeping the pressure up, but as I said, Ward, he doesn't last races. If he's not at the front, right at the front, then he's not always capable of mounting a late attack. So if you want anyone behind you at this stage in the race, it could be that Ward is the best man to have there. Number 27 being lapped is Brian Swink, 24-year-old, originally from Michigan, now out of Florida. So Honda of Troy gets lapped by Honda of Troy. Hughes is there, Tortelli's still there. Emig still desperately trying to build on those points from last week. And look at Huffman. Huffman's been a late charger all the way through. He only just made it through to this final, and when he passed on the last lap of the repechage. But these two at the front are putting up a great race. They're right on the limit, the two of them. Out of shape almost all the way through the tunnel. And at the moment, far from fading away, Ward is proving me wrong by hanging right in there on the tail of the leader. And they're beginning to open up an appreciable gap now on Rhino Hughes, with Tortelli still hanging in there, trying to get a podium finish for the French fans. Off into the tunnel. Albertine. Oh, and Ward's made a mistake. Ward drifted right away there, just on that section into the tunnel. If you get one of those, particularly that combination of jumps before you disappear into the tunnel, is an absolutely critical one. You've got to get that right on the entrance to the tunnel to maintain your momentum, and Ward failed to do that then, and he's just dropped a little bit of ground on Greg Albertine. Francis Magnanew indicated to the lads how many laps they've got left to do. 26 Cyril Port comes under the hammer next, and these are very decent riders, these French lads, who are getting lapped by these tearaways at the front. Tortelli there, 9 Rhino Hughes. Rhino Hughes now coming under a lot of pressure. Tortelli's actually beginning to relax a bit, as Jackie Vimon said he hoped he might. The only way to tackle these tremendous obstacles on the 250. He's certainly looking more relaxed now. He tried to go out and practice midweek, but it was absolutely throwing it down with rain. So all he'd managed to do was sort of ride on an outdoor muddy track. Not the best of practice for Paris Bercy. Indoors, nice and warm, 2 laps to go. And at the moment, we're focusing on this terrific battle for third place, beg your pardon, as Tortelli, urged on by the crowd, starts to pressurise Rhino Hughes, but at the front, Ward with 2 laps to go, less than 2 laps to go, suddenly is beginning to get a real air on. He's coming on. Number 8, South Africa's Greg Albertine. Oh, and the born-again Christian Greg Albertine is going to need every ounce of God's faith and support to last this one out. They must both begin to feel the pressure now, because they've been absolutely wide open from the beginning of this race. During those early laps when they had everybody right together, there was absolutely no opportunity to relax. Oh, Greg, you've got to hold those lines, boy, because he's looking for every way past you that he can on this final circuit. Albertine has not got to give him if he gets a sneaking of any amount of air to pass through here, then he's going to be through there. And at this stage in the game, Larry won't be taking any prisoners. 26-year-old Larry Ward, been riding to... Oh, Greg, no! Oh, no! Oh, how can you get that near? Albie's off, Ward's won. Oh, Tortelli gets through into 3rd place, but where's Albertine? Did Albertine manage to get back on board? We don't even know. Oh, what a disaster for the terrific. There, the South Africans crossed the line now. Oh, well, what a fantastic... Oh, well, Albertine, what can we say after all his efforts to get better and better and better at the difficult, demanding task of Supercross? He came so close to winning that. So there's our winner. The second round of the World Supercross Championships goes to Larry Ward on the Honda of Troy. And this is what happened to Greg Albertine when he was within sight of the flag.
Back live to the Paris Bercy Supercross with Felice.
And this is Jack Vernicle welcoming you back to the intense excitement of Paris Bercy.
Rode pretty good. Albie stuffed me, and
this is Ryan Hughes.
I had to come back a little bit, and I got second, so pretty happy the way I rode.
He seems a pretty cool character. He's just finished second, and that means that Larry Ward, the winner, takes the lead in the World Championship with 37 points ahead of Emig on 31, Damon Huffman on the Kawasaki 28, Ryan Hughes goes into fourth place with 27 points, Ezra Lusk with 23, and the gallant Greg Albertine, who you saw pitch himself through the straw bales on the very last corner of that final, managed eventually to retrieve the bike, heave himself back across the bales onto the track and make it into 8th place. And this is your winner and the leader, the new leader of the World Supercross Championships 1996, Larry Ward.
Yeah, it was. I definitely didn't get the start I wanted, and Greg Albertine rode one hell of a race. I've never seen him ride a Supercross like that, and it was fun, actually. There was 4 or 5 guys up there dicing the whole time, and I got in the lead and made some mistakes, but, you know, Greg rode good. I put a lot of pressure on those last 2 laps and forced him to make a mistake, and I'm real happy to win here again in Bercy.
Well, I bet he's happy. That's his 4th victory here at Bercy. He first won here on the Suzuki in 1989, would you believe? But there again, he's been around a long time. 26 years old now, Larry Ward. And as he once said, I want to be king of Bercy so bad. Well, he's made the start he wanted here tonight. First place for Larry Ward, the 26-year-old originally out of Seattle, Washington, now resident in Florence in Southern California. Second place for Californian Ryan Hughes, and third place for the loudly adored 17-year-old Frenchman Sébastien Tortelli. Tortelli, who won the 125cc European Supercross Championship last year, now looking to try and dethrone the Americans from the 250cc Championship chase. Well, that's been an absolutely staggering finale to an evening in which we've seen the 125cc's end up with 3 guys, would you believe, tied at the front. So it's been quite an evening of racing that we've had here. The European 125cc's and the World 250 Championship, headed now by this man, Larry Ward. 14,000 French spectators showing their appreciation in the only way that they know how. Larry, who was runner-up in the 1995 US Supercross Series and then hurt himself at Geneva at the end of the year, never really recovered during this year, slumped to 8th place in the Supercross Series this year, but he's proved that